Summer's right around the corner, and there are so many ways to get out and enjoy nature. One of our favorites is camping, and there's no right or wrong way to go camping. You can be camping in a tent, an RV, a truck camper, or a van like ours, or hell, even cowboy camping, just as long as you're getting out there. But one thing that we have found is there are some essential items that we like to make sure that we have in our van or our truck camper so that we can have the best time out in nature. Today we're going to be covering those top 15 items for summer camping so that you can have a great season ahead.
What's in the box?
We were total skeptics at first, to be completely honest.
My all-time favorite camp tool. First things first, we want everyone to know you don't need all this stuff to enjoy yourself camping. Start small if you've never done it before. If you're just going to be cooking hot dogs, you can do that over a fire. You don't need all the kitchen setup stuff, but this is what works for us, and this is what we're going to be taking with us this summer.
Something that we love for capturing all of our memories, whether we're hanging out at camp or on the hiking trails, is a drone. And we absolutely love our Hover Air X1, who also happens to be today's video sponsor. You've seen us flying the Hover Air X1 Pro Max for months now in some of our other videos. And this little guy is very, very similar to that one, but is a lot less and better value for the money. This little flying camera is so incredibly small, you can easily pack it up, put it in your backpack or even your pocket and take it with you. It launches from the palm of your hand in just 3 seconds. You can put it on one of the tracking modes here. Some of our favorites are Orbit, Bird's Eye, Hover, or Dolly Track, and it will actually fly along with you and lock into your face. So like if you're hiking, you can just have a little personal cameraman flying next to you, which is pretty cool. It allows you to be in the moment and enjoying what's going on in your surroundings. There really is nothing like the perspective that a drone can provide to give you kind of a feel for the surroundings, the lay of the land, and whether you're making videos like this or just sharing with family and friends, it's a really cool thing to have. If you are interested in getting the Hover Air X1, you can scan the QR code up here, or we will also have a link in the description and a special discount code for our viewers. We hope that you enjoy taking this along on your summer camping adventures to record those moments, and thank you to Hover Air for sponsoring today's video.
We love our Skottle Timbo Tusk. This has been with us from day one. It really is our favorite way to cook. We can do all kinds of stuff on here. Tacos, fajitas. We can do stir fry, you name it. We've probably tried it on here. Most of the time it works out. There are different ways you can use these. You can use the little green propane bottles. We like to use this. I believe it's a 5-pound propane tank. It's about 5 of those green propane bottles. And then we don't have all those bottles to try to figure out what to do with. You'll be sure to see us using this a lot this summer. With fire bans being a more common thing these days, we really love the FireCan. It's propane. You can usually use these almost anywhere you go. In case there is a fire ban, you can't have a wood fire. It's nice to be able to have the ambience with some flame. And what we also really love about this is there's a grill, removable grill that you can use. So it's also another way for us to cook. Gone are the days of having to use an ice box with ice. We really love this 12-volt freezer. We can stock up on food if we're going to be way out for days, weeks at a time. Or if we're in an area where food is really expensive, we can stock up first. Wes likes it, obviously. It's really nice. It comes with a portable battery, and you can also, we plug it into the van when we're driving. You can also use an app to check and make sure that the temperatures are correct. Absolutely love this thing.
Having a portable power station is another one of those things that we didn't know we needed with the van until we got one. Being able to take this outside so that we can cook on the induction, charge up our lights so that we have some ambiance around camp, or our speakers, phones, drones, you name it, power the portable freezer. This thing has come in clutch, and we absolutely love having our Bluetti. It's definitely something that, even though we have house batteries in the van, you can just never have enough power. So highly recommend getting a little portable power station.
Something we're really excited to add to our summer camp list this year are a couple of paddle boards. We both decided we want to be a little more active on the road, so these will definitely get us out. We love being at the lake. We love being on calm rivers. These paddle boards are inflatable, so they pack down really small. We can throw them in the back. We can even throw them up top. This particular brand is also a kayak. You can attach a seat and then the paddle, you can get the double paddle going. So I'm gonna be able to use it for fishing, which I wish I was doing today because there's a lot of fish out jumping, but yeah, really excited to have these along with us. Oh, and by the way, Wes is really good at paddleboarding too, so you're gonna see him out there with us. All right, you guys know I never sit, but there's nothing quite like having a nice comfortable camp chair at camp. We really like these chairs. We started using them this winter. They're comfortable. They have like a little recliner sway motion to them. They're super light. They pack up really small. And what we really like about these is it comes with a little base so your legs don't sink into the sand. It's right here. So, and they're super comfortable. They sit tall. Got a spot for whatever beverage you're drinking. Digging this. I think I might actually take a nap.
Nobody wants to think about anything bad happening at camp, or if you're out on a hiking trail or an off-roading trail, but things do happen, accidents do happen, and it's really important to be prepared. The first part of that is being able to communicate with an emergency response team if you need to. Whether that's having a satellite hooked up to your van like we have to ours, a little Starlink Mini or something like that, or like a Garmin InReach little satellite communicator where you can hit an SOS button. That's really great to have too. And also, something that's kind of a non-negotiable for us is having a little medical kit like this. And this is something that we take with us whether we're hiking or if we're on the trails or just at camp. It is a standard kind of first aid kit. We have used this before. I can be a little bit accident prone myself, but it's got everything you would need in here to deal with burns, blisters, wound care, medication, stop bleeding fast, and then instruments and cuts and scrapes. So having something like this in your backpack or in your camp kit is super essential. This one happens to be 2 people for 4 days, and they make smaller ones, they make bigger ones. Whatever you do, make sure that you've got one and that you are also changing things out because some of the things in here will expire. So just keep an eye on that.
One item that we have debated about a lot over the past couple years is a nice camp table. We had a really small one for a while. I didn't like it. It was floppy. It wasn't stable. Finally, Emily was like, okay, let's try a different table. I really love this one. It's a lifetime table. It's got adjustable legs. It's 4 feet by 2 feet, so not the smallest thing in the world, but it does pack up pretty slim. It is great for cooking. Plenty of space for the induction stove top, for pots and pans, all our food.
I make him put a tablecloth on top of it so it at least looks nice.
And I dig that too. Definitely one of my favorite camp items. One of the unsung heroes in our camp gear is the sand mat. It makes everything feel like home, makes everything cozy, cohesive. Best thing about it is you got a place to put your shoes, wipe your feet off, and then when it gets really dirty, you just pull it out somewhere, shake the sand out, and you're good to go. Packs up really small, and it is super, super light. And it is also WES approved. Gives him a nice spot to lay down if he doesn't want to be in the sand, which is hardly ever, really. Huh. Your baby.
Unfortunately, bugs love the summer as much as we do, and they also really love me. For some reason, Brian can go weeks, months without getting one freaking mosquito bite. Meanwhile, I will be covered head to toe. Now, I stopped using DEET a while ago because I didn't like the idea of putting such a harsh chemical on my skin, and I switched to a natural skin repellent, or a natural bug repellent, I should say, that has worked a little bit better. But one thing that we have found, and we were so impressed by, are these Thermacells. We were total skeptics at first, to be completely honest. I had no real confidence that something so small could emit like a bug shield around you, but they really work, and it's amazing how well. If you put one on this side of the awning, one on the other, we kind of create a safe zone, a bug-free zone underneath the awning, and they'll last for a long time. The other thing that we also got for our travels up to Alaska were these backpacking Thermacells that you kind of just clip on the back of your backpack, and as you're hiking, you've got a little zone around you that is a bug repellent. So skeptics definitely turned believer. Love the Thermacells.
What's in the box? Right here we have our camp box, the fun box. This is what we use if we can't have campfires. I've got my hatchet. We have our Dutch oven in here, my camp knife. I store firewood in here. We also have our trusty butane lighter, torch, fuel for the torch. In here, this is our tripod for our Dutch oven. So if we want to make a soup or a stew, set this up. Dutch oven is above the fire, not directly on it. What else? Got my little fire starter kit in here. Flint. Got some hemp fire starter. Stuff works pretty good. Got my gloves to handle the Dutch oven. These things work really great. Keep you from burning your fingers. Got the little lid lifter. You can even pick the whole Dutch oven up with this though, but this thing comes in handy too. If you want to get everything out of the fire, if you want to get the Dutch oven out of the fire, smoke's getting in your eyes, you need to throw some seasonings in or something, this thing comes in handy. And last but not least, my all-time favorite camp tool, set of long tongs. These things are awesome. I don't use them for cooking. I use them to move coals around, wood around, picking up the Dutch oven if I need to. These things, oh, and I'm also always doing this. I always have to be doing something, but these are my all-time favorite camp tool, long tongs. We've been using these for about 10 years. This is actually a replacement pair because someone left our OG pair in Yosemite. But yeah, these things are great. Something we bring with us no matter what season it is recovery gear and tools. I have a basic toolkit here along with some specific to us stuff. Just in case we have a little issue on trail somewhere, hopefully I can get it fixed and get us off the trail. We are by ourselves a lot, and sometimes we like to go way out. We like to go off-roading. We like to go to beaches. So the recovery gear is really important to us too. For example, when we came out here today, I knew there was going to be a lot of sand. I actually kind of wanted to get stuck, so I didn't let air out of the tires. We did get very stuck. I've got these tire deflators. I was able to air down, get unstuck, no problem. We also have the traction boards in the back, so if the airing down hadn't worked, the recovery boards would have gotten us out for sure. We also have a winch. We have all this gear in this bag. We have a kinetic rope, just in case we're in a situation where we can't get ourselves out and someone does come along. I have all this stuff in here to where we will be able to get out, or even if we have to help someone else. It's great being able to get out there, but it's really important to be able to get back, and this is the stuff that really gives us peace of mind.
And nobody likes talking about it, but everybody does it, and that's going to the bathroom. We have a self-contained van here with a composting toilet in it, but if you don't, there are lots of other ways to be responsible and do your business without kind of ruining the area for everyone else. Because when you are in some of these remote places, there aren't toilets nearby, so it's up to you to make sure that you're going to the bathroom in the best possible way. If we don't have our composting toilet on us, if we are in our truck camper, for example, or tent camping, we have found that a good old-fashioned bucket with a bag in it does an absolutely great job. We just tie up our bags. You can get wag bags. They're called wag bags from REI or Amazon, and we pack those out with us. If you don't have something like that, like if you're backpacking and like super far into the backcountry and you're not hauling a bucket around, you can of course dig a hole and do your business, but make sure to pack your toilet paper out with you, because nothing kills the vibe of a campsite more than some toilet paper blowing around and in trees. So yeah, nobody likes talking about it, but we can all be pretty responsible doing it.
We love a little ambience at camp. There's nothing quite like setting up the patio with our puck lights. These are adjustable. There's a couple different settings. They really kind of just set the mood. It's kind of chill. And then we do love the sounds of nature, but every now and then we like a little music. So we have our little Bluetooth speaker. We do try to be very respectful, especially if there's other people around. So if there are other people around, we keep it down really low, because not everyone wants to hear music, our music. But having this and the party lights kind of just sets the tone. We really hope this helps you decide what you're going to bring with you for your summer adventures.
Yeah, and like Brian said at the beginning, don't feel like you need all of this stuff. That is not what the purpose of this video was. We just wanted to share with you what has worked for us and what works in the van, honestly, too. The van allows us to bring more things along than, like, if we're in our truck camper, we've probably got about half of the amount of this stuff. So keep that in mind. But if you are interested in learning or purchasing any of the items that we talked about today, we will have links for you down in the description below so that you can click on those. And as for us, we're going to get packed up and we're going to head out on some really, really fun summer adventures this year. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and follow along to see what we get into.
We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up, hype, and we'll see you on the next adventure out there.
Bye.
Bye.